Okay, I'm going to do one of these diagrams for you. This is question 2 on the assignment. It says to find the image location first and then draw all the rays that you need in order for the eye to see it. So as we talked about yesterday, the object distance is equal to the opposite of the image distance, and it also, each point of the object, if you draw a line from the object to the image, it should make a 90-degree angle with the surface of the mirror. The mirror basically becomes a perpendicular bisector of the line between the object and the image. So what I like to do is use my protractor, line it up on that crosshair on there, and just make a line between the two. Actually, I'm going to turn it like that so I can get the measurement at the same time. So let's see here, I'm right on that. I'm on the 5. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 that way, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 here, and that makes the tip of the arrow right there. And then I'm going to do the same thing for the other edge of the arrow. And I like to go to the middle of that arrow if it's my object. And so that's 1 centimeter, 1.5, 1.7. So 1.5, 0.6, 0.7. So there are my two dots. And I'm going to draw a line. And voila. So by lining up my protractor on that, I know that the line that I'm making here is going to be perpendicular to the surface of the mirror, and so those are in the right spots. Okay, now in order to do the rays, in order for me to see this image, my brain thinks that the light is coming from that point. I'm going to do a little dash line because there is no actual light there. And I draw it going to the center of my eye. But we know that the light actually came from the tip of this arrow and hit like that. So if we did a 90-degree normal line right here, the angle of incidence should be equal to the angle of reflection. And then I'm going to do the same thing for the other end of this. I would go to the same spot. Again, I'm going to use a dashed line. And it goes like that. But we know the light actually came from that spot on my object. And there's my diagram. So the light leaves the top of the object, strikes the mirror, bounces off, goes to my eye, goes from the bottom of the object to the mirror, bounces off, hits my eye, but my brain traces those rays back in straight lines, and that's where I see my virtual image. A line drawn between each of these points, DO is equal to the opposite of DI, so this would be positive, this would be negative. Same thing here. The line between those two is perpendicular to the surface of the mirror. So I find my image placement first, and then I draw in my light rays after that. Now the last part of this is what portion of the mirror is needed in order to see the object. Well, it strikes here and here, so I only need like that part of it. So I guess what I would recommend for those parts of the question, maybe like do a little highlighter or color pencil just to signify that that's the amount of the mirror that you would need in order to see that.